What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Nana, this time with episodes 33 and 34. Looking forward to today. Some amazing episodes last time out, though. Again, won't be able to synopsize everything. We saw Komatsu. Unfortunately, her secret about the baby ended up getting leaked, as would be kind of said nowadays, by Takumi to Nobu, which was disastrous. But I'm pretty sure it's all but confirmed that it is Takumi's baby, as unfortunately to Osaki, Nobu did comment that he always used a condom with Komatsu, and fair play to him, but unfortunately it actually ended up being a bad thing this time round, and for Osaki, of course. But I really like the look we've got at Osaki as well, being kind of confronted with maybe being a potential parent to this baby and just running away from that whole situation. Again, love the little look at her we've got in the last 3 or 4 episodes, and hopefully that does continue, as the majority of this show has been from Komatsu's point of view, with the kind of intro segments and ending segments, so I'm really glad we're getting that now. We had some interesting stuff with Reira and Shin as well, so I'm looking forward to pick back up on that. But of course, this whole kind of Nobu, Osaki, Komatsu, Takumi situation is definitely the main point of intrigue for me. So looking forward to covering more of that today. Let me know what you guys think about this episode down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. Let's get right into episode 33. Wasn't looking too good for Blast either, from the conversation we overheard. It wasn't Ren, hey? Swisher. Black Stone. Nope. So it wasn't Ren you wanted by your side. Who was it then? I think we've got a good idea. Who else could it be? Nobu? Yasu? Takumi? Nah, of course not. Again, there's very much... you wouldn't... Like, I don't think I could blame anyone. I mean, I don't think this, but I don't think I could blame anyone to think that Osaki's in love with Komatsu, from the things they say in the intro and ending segments. I don't think you can blame anyone for that. But I don't think it is the case. It certainly does sound like it, though. It sounds like they're two star-crossed lovers, the way they talk about each other. Unfortunate lovers. It might still be the case, I don't actually know, but I'm assuming it isn't. T3. Yeah, one of the big shots last episode said that this wouldn't be successful. Although the guy that did kind of scout them was very much on their side, so who knows how things will go for Blast. Who was it that overheard that conversation? It was Shin, wasn't it? I think. I like the hat. Looks like he's going to the bloody beach. Aren't most women like that? That's what I've found anyway. Excuse me? Last time we saw these guys, they were just in a depression on the bed. What the fuck happened? Abandoned the place? What the fuck? Strange, isn't it? And they just left. No, that didn't happen. I mean, I can understand why you thought it might have. As dark as that is, that didn't happen. Are you? Well, he kind of is a sensitive man, isn't he, in a way? He's totally insensitive towards people. But he is a bit sensitive himself, actually, isn't he? Yeah, why would we just up and leave? Didn't even lock the fucking front door. What the hell? I guess nobody just left. Who's the second one? Shoji. Yeah. Because he's bad for Hachi. Why? We know that much. I don't know the answer to the first question. He's a good man, that Yasu. He's a good man. Why have we not got him a good girlfriend yet in this show? Maybe that's actually the beautiful thing about this. He doesn't have to go through any of this. He doesn't have to get a girlfriend. I mean, he's had his theatre with Reira, but we don't actually see any of that. But we spare him from this. Maybe that's a kind of good thing. I agree. But I kind of agree with that as well. He didn't actually think about that too much. He just came over, took the phone, told him. Maybe it was a bit more simple than we think, but I don't know. I kind of agree with Jun as well. Not in this case. I think it's less that she wants it this much. I don't think she wants to get rid of it that much. Um, I think she doesn't want to get rid of it that much, that much. I think getting rid of it is a massive thing for her. Maternal instinct. Fucking sure is. So there's no right answer to this situation whatsoever, is there? God damn. DNA test. Jeremy Kyle. Maybe. Maybe. Exactly. This is a massive thing. Especially considering it's likely not his baby. Jesus. The Demon Lord. But to be fair, she is right. As much as sometimes I don't agree with Jun, especially about the shoji stuff, I can agree with her on most of what she said here. Maybe not the time to be saying all this, but it's kind of true. Really? This is the outcome we've come to? Doesn't sound very determined. Is that really the conclusion we've come to here? We're gonna dump Nobu, raise the kid as Takumi's with Takumi. I mean, for the kid, probably the best choice, logically, but for Komatsu, the best choice. I like the whole line of reasoning and such. I even quite like the line of reasoning that do what's best for the kid, and I loved the whole line that Jun went through there. But this is the conclusion. Get back to Takumi and get rid of Nobu? I mean, it's almost inevitable we're going to have to break up with Nobu, isn't it? I mean, this whole situation. Can't have him, as Jun said, he's a 20-year-old kid trying to make it in the music industry. Not the best to raise a kid with, for sure. Love alone can't raise a kid, but yeah. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around. I mean, I can in a way because Takumi's got the money. He's successful. He'll be the guardian for the kid. He'll pay for the kid. Everything will be sorted logistically. But feelings-wise, I mean, he has got feelings. I don't know. It's pretty amazing how we came to this conclusion. Okay. 1938. I'm not happy with the decision. I guess we'll find out how it works. I'm not happy with it, but like I said, I kind of am in a way because it is what's best for the kid if she's going to have it. But I'm not happy because I don't like it. Because I'm not. It's just that it's hard to put in words, really. But it's Takumi. That's all that needs to be said, really. We're again choosing Takumi over Nobu. Again. God, you've got to feel bad for Nobu, haven't you? Poor fucking kid. Well, you might as well have. That was a bunch of bullshit that came out of his mouth right there. You kind of led her to this decision. Although she might have reached this decision anyway, who knows. So yeah, that's interesting as well, because Takumi won't ever marry Nana. It's so weird, isn't it? It's so weird. I reckon it was waiting there this whole time. So weird. They're going to be, maybe assume they're going to be in a relationship. So he was waiting. But they just can't get married. Maybe it might not even be a relationship, but he just looks after the kid. Which means it'd be very hard to pick up another man having a kid. Just the way it is, unfortunately. That's pretty hilarious how that's said in pretty much English. I always find Japanese quite interesting when that happens. I don't know. I mean, it is. You hear that from everyone. But smoking wasn't that hard for me to give up, honestly. It wasn't too bad at all. I was smoking since I was 13, 14 and quit when I was about 22, 23 maybe. But yeah, it wasn't too tough for me, luckily. I've always been pretty decent with stuff like that, like picking up hobbies for a long time and dropping them though. Same with drinking. I used to drink not a crazy amount, but I used to drink a lot. Again, about the same ages until at 21, 22. I haven't completely stopped, but maybe like once every like 6 months or something, maybe longer. Oh yeah. How does that make things okay? Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that's more the way it is, but just make things more complex from an outside perspective, anyway. Understandable. Must be weird, a little bit weird for him as well, because he knows that. So he should know that she loves Nobu. We saw that earlier. Do we just have a marriage proposal right here? That's definitely not how this fucking manga is, or this anime. There's no character in here too perfect to be a manga. Too perfect enough to be a manga heroine or hero, is there? Everyone in this show's got major flaws. Interesting. So this was super unexpected for me, to be honest with you. I think I was going to say, you do actually see quite a lot in real life. A lot of people's friends or parents or brothers and sisters and family actually hate the person that they marry. You do get that quite a lot, honestly. So this could be just a bit of a situation like that, but we're actually going to get married to Takumi. That seems like, I mean, a couple of episodes ago we were super happy with Nobu. Like it was bliss being in love with Nobu, and now 2 episodes later we're getting married to Takumi. Crazy twist of events, right? crazy twist of events. Again, I'm not too sure how to feel about it. Again, everyone knows how most people, myself included, feel towards Takumi. I don't like the guy. No one likes the guy really in this show, apart from his own band members, I guess. Osaki hates him. She obviously had that intro part about saying that she hated him, and I don't like him either. But he is, like I said, he's a real person with major flaws, and yeah, that he does have a charm to him in a certain way, but also he does seem manipulative and stuff from the outside. I think that was an interesting point. From the outside, from Osaki's point of view, he seems manipulative. He seems like that call with Nobu was like manufactured and such, but realistically that was just kind of his initial intention, if you know what I'm saying. I don't think he really kind of super thought about it that hard. He did just want to clear the air out there. Maybe he did want to remove the competition, and that's maybe a natural thing to do, but yeah, again, I don't like the fact that she's going to get married to him, but I don't need to. It's not my relationship. This which maybe someone Osaki should be thinking about. She is thinking about that. She's asking herself, why do I want her so much? Why do I hate Takumi so much for taking her away, and so on. It's very interesting, isn't it? Like I said, I don't like it, but it's what's best for the child. Ultimately, if he marries her, that's actually a good thing for her as well. It takes away that whole illegitimate child thing that they were talking about. Again, you do get the kind of thing where if a woman is kind of single with a kid, that it's quite hard to find a partner for that woman, from what I've seen anyway. Again, I don't really have too much experience with that stuff. Personally, I don't think I'd mind too much, but that I'm still quite young and inexperienced and such, so maybe actually get into a situation like that might actually kind of turn my thought process around on that point, but I don't feel like I'd actually kind of mind too much, honestly. But yeah, just a lot of interest and stuff here. Again, I can't believe this is the outcome we've come to out of everything. This seems unbelievable, but unbelievable in a very believable way, where every outcome isn't, as they said, isn't that kind of storytell kind of main hero kind of outcome. It is just the natural outcome to this situation, the logistical outcome for the kid. So yeah, very interesting there, isn't it? Let's get straight into the final episode for today. It does, I know I say it's quite a lot, but it almost feels like one episode of this show is like 2 episodes of a normal show. So much shit happens. Like I said about the Nobu thing, we were in love with Nobu 2 episodes ago. See, when I was smoking at this age, it was just I didn't really care too much about what brand. It was just if you could get any any tobacco. Perhaps. Oh, that's actually quite interesting, isn't it? Again, it was just kind of shown as this manga-like love from Komatsu's point of view, because again, we saw it from Komatsu's point of view, like a manga-like lovers destined for each other, reuniting after years with Osaki and Ren, but actually Osaki maybe developed the same feeling she developed towards her parent / mother, who left her. Ren also left her. I could very much understand how that would kind of maybe blend into one feeling for the both of them. Interesting. And that maybe, well, I say maybe it does relate to what was mentioned at the start of last episode, with Ren not being the first place Osaki goes, not being the person she cares most for. Baby, I wish on a wind. God damn, I feel stiff. Oh my god. I had a football match yesterday. And it's not too bad the day of, but the day after is always super tight. So sitting down and not move my legs now for an hour after I've just read Berserk and watched an episode of Nana, that is going to be difficult when I sit up. My legs are fucking killing me. My god. Oh. Wow, fucking Nobu. Didn't even speak about him earlier, did I? That man. Well, I've spoke about him a bit this episode, but that man, that guy must be going through so much right now. He's had so many setbacks in this relationship just to actually just fail. And again, sometimes that happens. Sometimes things just don't work out. Oh, Osaki. Should have just done it. Should just smack that door shut. And she doesn't seem awfully happy with these decisions and such, does she? Not like she's the shining epitome of happiness. Chess sending me messages now. Your agent? I guess that makes sense that you would have to do that, but got to talk to my agent about a wedding. If you really wanted this and such, you'd just do it. Surely. I know, right? Things went way too quickly. With those bloody strawberry glasses we bought for the place as soon as we got here. She's gonna leave? No words said? Yeah, which is quite ironic, funny enough. Yeah, just silence. An innocent love story. Thank God you didn't show us that. They know that no one wants to see that. Oh, excuse me? No one wants to see this. I don't think that's a problem, is it? I think people do have sex. I've never had sex with anyone that's pregnant, but people do. Things like this, just awful. Do something, Osaki. Do something. Get in there. Ugh, it's things like that. Like I said, sometimes Takumi doesn't seem to be bad. Sometimes he always feels like he's not as bad as we think he is. He's not that guy. Maybe I shouldn't hate him. Maybe again he's just a majorly flawed character. Then you get stuff like this, totally controlling stuff. That whole situation with Osaki at the table, took control of managing his band. He took control of managing Blast as well in that situation. He managed her and her relationship as well with Blast. He's good at managing stuff. Obviously, he's managed pretty much. Obviously, he's not done it all, but has got trappedness to this majorly successful place, and he's good at managing stuff. There's a difference with feelings involved. There's feelings involved in the music industry, don't get me wrong, but like with this kid stuff, there's a lot of logic you should be using as well. And it's stuff like this. I'll reset the timer in a second, but stuff like this where it's like, you're mine, I'm going to manipulate you. It's just like pure evil. It might not be good for the baby. Again, I'm not sure. I don't think it's that big an issue. He doesn't even care. I can understand where this comes from. I can understand where that comes from. Just focus about pleasing me. Excuse me. This is all take, this relationship, isn't it? She's giving you a baby. She's pleasuring you. I mean, essentially, again, logically, what he's doing for her is he's giving her a home and paying for the baby. But love-wise and feelings-wise, what are you doing for her? I mean, it was almost a bit of I'm not sure a guilty pleasure is the right word, but a kind of shared darkness between them earlier on. But now it is just kind of a darkness. I mean, it was always that way, to be fair, but it's just shown even more so now. Okay. Oh, let's not watch that again. 9:49. Just very interesting, isn't it? Just absolute sleazeball. Like I said, it's just like, I don't like this outcome whatsoever. It doesn't seem like Komatsu likes this outcome, but the one she's chosen. Like, I haven't seen a sign of her like this outcome whatsoever. And now is she... Damn. We're going to break the first classes we got together. I feel like this may be the start of what I said about earlier with Ren and her mother, perhaps. She could develop the same feelings for Komatsu. Catch it! Catch it! Catch it, Osaki! Catch it! Fuck's sake. And I'm not saying that just because it's a broken glass. No one gives a fuck about some broken glass. Might as well. Might as well. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's almost like what I was saying about Komatsu and Takumi's relationship. Two broken glasses sharing their darkness together. When did you get here? Kiss it better. What do you mean an affair? Oh, I guess. But she wouldn't be the one having an affair. The guy would be. My woman's pregnant. So yeah, I think we did hear that Reira loves Takumi, doesn't she? What's all that blood doing on Ren's shirt? Seems like it. For you. You do. You do. I mean, to be fair, he does make a good point. I think I say you do, like he's the only person that loves himself more than anyone else. I feel like probably a majority of the world is that way. God forbid I'm that way, I imagine. I say I imagine I am. I love myself more than, and you should look after yourself. But that I say that almost proudly because that I very much didn't used to be that way. I never looked after myself. I always cared more about what other people thought and what other people saw me as rather than what I saw myself as. And I'd always take their love over my own. So I say that almost proudly nowadays. Whereas with Takumi, it almost seems like he relishes in that. But he's not wrong in a way. Again, I don't. He's got the courage to say it out loud like this. I almost respect it in a way. Like I said, you get that horrible side, what we saw in the bedroom there. You almost get this kind of realistic, kind of flawed side of him here. And it makes a good point. People love themselves, but in something like this, love doesn't come after. With these choices they're making, love doesn't come after at all. Actually, it should come first. Is what you've been told in like fairy tales and such, and what would be like the perfect situation, but not every situation is a perfect situation, I guess. But it just sounds awful because again, we hate this guy, and him saying it outwardly like this again, it's almost respectable, but it's also again just like pure fucking rage. You just feel pure rage at hearing him say that out loud, considering everything like Nobu's been through and stuff. Like, he's kind of right, but he's wrong as well. So it looks like this guy's on the same page as me. In a way it's right, in a way it's very wrong. So what is all that blood doing on Ren's back? Oh, there's loads of it. That stylistic thing? It looks like what some crappy Halloween costume would be, someone just wearing a white shirt and pour some blood on it. Lovely Layla. And there she is. Layla. So is that her actual name, Layla, not Reira? Reira is just the Japanese Japanification of it, I guess. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? I'm not sure if you guys have been feeling like this, but the more we've seen of those guys together, you could tell the more Shin was getting kind of warm to Reira. Layla, I guess her name is now. Well, that was always her name, but again, Japanified to Reira. Yeah, it seems like, and especially here in this scene, we obviously saw with Shin initially didn't seem to care that much about her whatsoever. She was again just another customer, just some more money, some good money. He felt bad for her, so he's gonna go again, and then turn into a bit of a thing. It seemed. he obviously gave us some advice for the song lyrics and such, and they got a bit closer then, and Shin was hoping to be relied upon there, almost like a family would be relied upon. And again, we know that his whole situation has very much had a lack of that, so I think this is a bit of a major disappointment for him, isn't it? Hearing that, give me Yasu's number is what he can do most for her right now. That very much sucks, doesn't it? Again, imagine that happening to you. And I think that might be a bit scary for Shin, because that could be a major setback for him. Because, like I said, it seems like it actually took him quite a bit to get out of that initial kind of just customer kind of basis thing. But yeah, very interesting. Yasu, her old love, very interesting. Again, this has been a storyline that's been covered for a while now, but in very short spurts, hasn't it? Here he comes. I think, what the fuck am I doing here? Running after the woman I used to love. Compose yourself. Smoke a cig. Act cool. Suppose you're probably very good at doing that, considering he wanted to be a lawyer. Don't even know how you got here. Damn. I was always wondering what the fuck's with these glasses. In like the opening and ending, we see them, and it is super meaningful, isn't it? Because it is the first thing that they did buy together, almost a symbol of their companionship. Everything has gone to shit. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Honestly. Lovely Layla. So he's making her a song. Do you know what I kind of thought he was? I don't know why I had that feeling. As soon as he saw that guitar, I just kind of had a feeling maybe he was actually going to make her not a country song, but a kind of romantic song. Maybe he actually realised his feelings during that phone call when she asked for Yasu. Maybe he realised, oh, he's asking for another man. That actually makes me feel a certain way. So maybe I actually like her quite a bit more than I realise. His actions the last few episodes have kind of shown that to us, but to himself, I feel like he could be a little bit blind to that. Yeah, really good episode yet again. Good couple episodes, but my god, like I said, it seems like everything that could go wrong in this show does usually. Any bit of confusion or drama that could happen usually does. Which is how it is I've said this plenty of times before, is how it does happen in the real world. Yeah, one thing bad happens and just stacks on something else, another issue you've got to deal with, and then you've got a whole Jenga tower of issues you've got to deal with now. And that is usually what does make you up as a person. Both how you deal with those, how you knock out the little pieces, as well as how you keep it up together. Sure, I quite like that little little image I made there, to be honest with you. I've never really thought of it like that. But yeah, do just want to go back here. Anosa Achi. So she preferred the pain. Wish you could just. Oh, there we go. Preferred the pain of breaking to pieces and the loneliness of losing it all. Interest. It's kind of like what she's doing with Ren then. She's got pieces of their relationship. Like they kind of picked up the pieces of the broken glass that was their relationship, and that's what she's kind of holding on to, those little pieces now of her relationship with Ren. But with this Komatsu situation, she would be losing her totally in this situation where Komatsu marries Takumi. Not gonna lie, I don't actually think that's gonna happen. Not gonna lie, I didn't expect any of this baby, abortion, marriage stuff to be any part of this show going into it. Not gonna lie to you guys, I just thought it'd be again just kind of like a teen comedy kind of drama. Didn't think it would cover the fucking topics it has. But yeah, for some reason I as logical and as kind of solidified as this seems to be, it is only kind of 2 episodes worth of content of them being married, wanting to be married. Like wanting, it might be the wrong word for it, but as I said earlier, with Nobu, they were in, Komatsu and Nobu were in absolute love 2 episodes ago, so things can change fast in this show. People's feelings and dreams and such can change fast, so we'll see. But I just don't see this marriage happening, honestly. I can't envision us watching Takumi get married to Komatsu, and if I did watch that, I wouldn't want to watch it. I'd close my eyes the whole time, because he just doesn't deserve that. Doesn't deserve that whatsoever. But yeah, good couple episodes today. Like I said, Takumi is a brilliantly written character. As I mentioned earlier, he's very flawed. He almost does seem a little bit relatable in a lot of times, but also he does have that kind of almost villainous kind of shonen kind of main villain type kind of deal, where he is just absolutely awful sometimes, quite a lot of the time. But yeah, as with everyone's got something wrong with them. Osaki, for example, as we're seeing here, she seemed, I'm not sure what happened during that kind of blackout, but it was almost like what you would feel like when you split up from your lover of like 10 years, for example. You'd gone a bit of a blackout kind of rage or sadness perhaps, and end up in a situation you have no idea how you got there. So that was really interesting. Again, doesn't seem Komatsu's at all happy with this decision, but it's what's best for the kids, so I guess she's going through with it. Again, nothing on her face or her expressions or anything, or what she's done for Takumi of maybe think that she's happy with this, but I guess that's the outcome we've got to. Like I said, I don't see it going through, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, loved these couple episodes. It was a bit sad seeing Nobu kind of upbeat there, actually, to be honest with you, because he's got a couple things coming as well still, which is just awful because he's already gone through a hell of a lot in the span of, again, 2 episodes. Do let me know what you guys did think about these episodes though down in the comment section. Again, some top quality stuff here. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'll be back next week with episodes 35 and 36. So yeah, only 10 odd episodes left. I'll see you guys then. Have a good rest of your day, guys.